Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great. Welcome back to some Warframe, and in today's video we are going to be going over the new Heart of Deimos update reveal stream. Now before I continue with the video, please Spartan kick the subscribe button for more Warframe and make sure to turn on bell notifications, that way you guys know when my new videos are live. So let's begin. Here is Deimos, a new planet with a new tower set. And in order to get access to the new open world system, the open world mission, you guys need to complete the nodes of Deimos, basically their normal missions. Now, during this reveal, they were talking about they're getting rid of the Orokin Derelict keys, the normal missions. What will this mean for Necros Farm? I don't know. But I do know that before this comes out, you guys need to go and complete the steel part version of the Orokin Derelict in order to get the additional mastery if you guys want. That's entirely up to you. If you're a completionist, I can entirely understand. Of course, if this is your first time going to the Cambion Drift, you're going to be prompted by a beautifully animated cutscene. Now, as you guys saw from the background, it is a very ominous background. I quite like the vibe. In fact, I pictured exactly this when it comes to an open world infested themed map. You know, with the weird trees, the colors, the lighting, everything. But one thing I want to tell DE, please, if it's possible, don't use normal Excalibur. It kind of bores me, it irritates me. But anyways, here is the first person that we are prompted by. His name is Lloyd, that is L-O-I-D. Very clever use in names and letters. He is a bipolar robot, I believe. He's busy giving us a little bit of lore here. Now, I'm not a lore channel. In fact, I don't really know much of the lore myself. I just play the game and, you know, feel like I'm the badass anime playing this game. But basically, the Heart of Deimos is the source of our power. If the Heart of Deimos stops beating, then say goodbye to our Warframe powers. So he's just telling you what the problems they have, and my name is Lloyd, what. That's really all he needs to say. You guys can go watch the live stream if you want. I'll leave a link down to that in the description if you guys are interested. Now that we've got all the introductions out of the way, we can finally move on to the actual exploration of the Cambion Drift. So from the story perspective, we need to prove to ourselves, or we need to prove to Lloyd that, hey, we're worthy, we can take anything out, wada, you know, that kind of stuff. So we're on our way to take out a hive. We're just busy going deep underground because the one thing that DE has confirmed is that thankfully this map is not massive, because the one thing that I hated about both the plains of Eidolon and Orb Vallis is that because the map is so big, it takes time to go from point A to point B. They've nerfed itself to the ground and they've just given everyone that blink ability, but it's like a charge up thing. So it does take a lot of time to go and complete these bounties. Ladies and gentlemen, don't think that I'm dissing the open world genre of games. I'm not. I actually quite like them. It's just that DE's track record with this particular genre hasn't been the best, because they make a very linear open world. Like for instance, why do I need to put in so much time and effort just to do the most simplest things? Like let's use those tunnels, right, that they have. Okay, I know exactly where that tunnel is, but now when I get there on my map, why is it that it's so hard to find the secret entrance? I know it's a secret entrance, but you know, to me as a normal player, it gets very tedious and annoying. But let's not continue with that. This is not a rant video, this is a live stream. So here is one of the hypes that I've been talking about recently. If you guys have played the new Doom, or Doom 2016, where you go and disrupt one of those little, I don't know what they're called, but basically when you disrupt this hive or irritate it, you'll start getting swarmed by enemies and you need to clear it. And there is one of the newest enemy types there. They basically just grab any normal enemy and they'll just flung it at you. I think it's pretty cool that we're getting new enemy types as well, because you know, the infested, they're quite they're a very weak faction actually. They're very easy to be killed. Yes, there's strength in numbers, but you know, we've got weapons out there that get like one tap numbers like so. So here's some hive gameplay. So just attack the hive will then spawn some enemies and then destroy it, and then move on to the next one. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the second hive, and if you look to the right, you'll see a new enemy type. This is an infested scorpion, that's what we refer to it as. If I'm being 100 with you guys, this enemy, it's quite terrifying because, well, firstly, look at it, it flings things at you from quite a distance, and secondly, it's a giant scorpion. Who isn't afraid of a giant scorpion? I mean, look at that. It can fling things at you. It can swing its head around you and almost hit you. you know, and get, you know, you land on your butts. What else is there? And look at this, it's even got giant teeth. My word, that thing is pretty terrifying. It's even got eyes. And then there's this scorpion that you have to deal with. It's got spikes and everything. It actually looks like we've interrupted a bug breeding ground. But anyways, those are the two new enemy types that we're gonna get. And then if you guys look again, we'll see another third enemy type, except this one is not as terrifying, but you'll start shooting off multiple points in order to take it out. That one there. So in order to take that thing out, you need to then shoot both its shoulders off and continue damaging it, and then it will eventually fall, but it's more of a timing. So I wouldn't suggest using a shotgun unless your accuracy is really, really good. It's almost like a mortar. And then, you know, you just keep damaging it, and then it will eventually start charging you. So K drives do make a return, just in a different form, and they work a little bit differently. So as you guys can see, this is a giant mosquito. All you have to do is go up to it and push X, and you will automatically boil it. It works very similar to the K drive in Orvalis. You can do funny tricks and everything, except this one's got wings. I think it's pretty cool. And this one seems a lot less grindier because all you have to do is just find a giant mosquito. Like I've said before, ladies and gentlemen, a bug burial ground. While you guys are using the infested K drive, you guys can also shoot while you are riding it with your weapon. So which I think is a very nice feature, because in previous Orvalis you couldn't do that. And I also thought to myself, why are you only able to just do one thing, and that's just ride on the K drive? I don't know, but at least now we can use our weapon and still ride it. After proving to Lloyd that we are capable and powerful enough to fight the infested, he has cleared the way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Necrolisk, the new social space or relay of the Heart of Deimos open world. There is our homie Lloyd. He is basically congratulating us on how well we did, and he's going to introduce us to the next character. So we are finally in the brand new relay. It is an Orokin theme that's been overrun by the infestation. I quite like the use of color and all those orange bubbles, but anyways, I want you guys to take a closer look at the top left of the map. As you guys can see, there's a whole bunch of orange icons. Those represent vendors. Very similar to Cetus and Fortuna, those vendors usually give you resources, quests, materials, equipment to do a whole bunch of stuff in the actual open world aspect of it. So here we are with a brand new, or another cutscene, where Lloyd is introducing us to a new character. Now this new character is very similar to the way Bellis's characteristics are. The community's theory is that she talks about how her husband had disappeared and we need to go find him, but we didn't show any gameplay on that, or DE didn't show any gameplay on that. My theory is that yes, it could be Bellis's wife, because you know she's infused with the infested. I mean, come on, that's kind of weird, ladies and gentlemen. But my theory is that, you know, it could just be an entire race on its own, because you know this basically confirms that there could be more of Bellis's race. Because look, they've got the long arm, they got the absurdly long arm, and then they've got the normal arm, and then you know the same color skin, etc. So the name of this being, her name is Mother. Now could she be the new space mom? Could she replace Lotus? Because you know Lotus was kind of kidnapped, brainwashed, and forgot who we were. So you know we need a new space mom. We need to be guided. But anyways, that's another video for another time. I'm not a lore channel. I'm just, you know, showing you guys how to play in this game. So when this new update releases, Mother could be playing the role as Konzu, the person that gives us our bounties and tells us a little bit more lore if we so choose to do so. After watching DE's reveal stream for the Heart of Deimos, let me just say I am hyped. I quite like the use in color, the atmosphere, the vibe of the atmosphere, the new NPCs, and let's not forget the new enemy types. That giant scorpion, Heyyyyyy, it looks terrible as hell. Anyways, I like the reveal stream, but there's one thing that I do not like, and this has got nothing to do with their new reveal stream. It's got more to do with their track record. Basically, let's use Railjack and Plains of Eidolon as an example, because I quite like Fortuna. Fortuna didn't seem much of a problem. So, Plains of Eidolon, when it came out, you went to the first open world, you were like amazed at how cool everything looked, because it was different. But it was a very linear open world. You couldn't really do much, just do the bounties, fishing, and come back. Now, with Railjack, now I didn't play Railjack, I just built the Railjack as I showed from my old video. I just built it. I didn't really play it, but a lot of players hate it because even to me personally, it seemed like an enormous grind, and I was like, no, I don't want to do grinding content because, you know, it's very tedious, it gets boring, you know how the problem is. But I'm not saying that this content is going to be terrible. It actually looks really good because remember, this is DE's third attempt at making an open world. Okay, they made Plains of Eidolon, which is an experimental phase. Then they made Fortuna, which is a experimental phase with an upgrade or with some knowledge. And then there's the Heart of Deimos, where they have both the experience of Plains of Eidolon and Plains of Eidolon and Fortuna as an experimental phase, as their knowledge, and they can use it to make Heart of Deimos. So this update looks pretty good. I don't see it being that bad because, you know, we have a lot of stuff to cover and whatnot. But anyways, that's my opinion. If you guys liked the video and if it's helped you, please leave a like, spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and splits.